I'm a citizen of India. Along with that, also a citizen of world's largest democratic system. Yes, I'm talking about India, the country where I thought that democracy prevails so much that I have this right to raise my voice. We all have this right to raise questions to our government. We all have right to demand answers from our government. Do we? Yes, we do. We can. Are we? Yes, we are. We are raising our voices. But are we being heard? No, we are not being heard. We demand response. We demand solution. We demand answers. Are we getting them? No. Did our government do anything? Yes. What? We don't know. And what we are talking about right now? Is it just about exam leak? No. Is this just about E20? No. Is this just about the class 12th board results crisis? No. Is this just about that NEP is not fully implemented and still we do not have access to few books for class 9th? No. We are talking about a system which has become so corrupted that our country looks like made of gold on outside but is full of dirt and germs on inside, and we, the youth, the so-called cockroaches of this country who's gonna be the future of this country, are suffering. We, the youth of this country, who are supposed to be studying, who are supposed to be attending lectures, who are supposed to do research, make thesis, we are fighting for our rights. We are demanding answers. We are demanding that why we are forced to attempt suicides every year and government is not doing anything. Let's suppose you have this last chance. You have given so much of your life for this exam and you have this last chance and you are like, this is my last attempt. Do or die. You did so great that you thought like you'll just become A1 doctor of this country, and then after 5 to 10 days you get to know that, oh my god, the exam was leaked. The question papers were sold even for 10 lakh rupees. Our system has become this corrupted that after the exam we get to know the exam was leaked through a whistleblower, and then the NTA cancelled the exam and whole burden of this crisis was dumped onto the shoulder of a retired professor. Shouldn't we just look into whole system? People, the youth of India, they are fighting in Jantar Mantar, a peaceful protest, a hunger strike. What were our demands? We demanded the delegation must listen to us. We demanded that there must be a proper meeting. We demanded answers. We demanded solutions. What we got in return? We got lathi. We got torture. We got tear gas. We got ambulances. We got accusations of being violent. Are we really? I feel we are just being enlightened. We are getting enlightened, and we, for the first time, are raising questions beyond religion. For the first time, this government is facing questions which is not anymore about religion, which is not something anti-national, which is not terrorist related, which is very out of syllabus for them. Okay. My simple question to our government: how much out of the GDP is given for the education system, is given to the education sector of our country? Less than 5%? Should we really give this less? How many government schools have been shut down? How many teachers, absentee, vacant seats we have in government schools? Why all of these problems are coming? I still have trust in democracy. I still have trust in my government. I still have trust in this system. And I really want the system, this government of our country to listen to our plea, to listen to our requests, to give answers. And at last, the education minister must resign. Thank you.